Our first missionary letter this evening is from the Crawfords. Brother Tom and Janice Crawford are missionaries to Jakarta, Indonesia. April 1st, 2020. Dear Pastor Pearson and folks at Tidewater Baptist Church, Janice and I send you greetings from Jakarta. Like much of the world, the city of Jakarta has slowly shut down over the last few weeks. People have been told to work from home and all public meetings have been canceled. At first, we were asked to not hold our church's services for 2 weeks, but as the number of people infected with the coronavirus has continued to rise, all public meetings have been forbidden until at least the 21st of April. Now, what are we going to do? Let me start out by giving you a short update on the ministry here in Jakarta. Simply Jesus Baptist Church was doing well in January and February. We had gained a couple of ladies that were faithful to the Indonesian service, and the English service was growing in the middle of February. We received the news that the room we are using at the apartment would be renovated and we would not be able to use the room for 2 Sundays. We were happy for the room renovation, as that meant we would have better acoustics and air conditioning. However, that also meant that our services would have to be moved for the final Sunday in February and the first Sunday in March. We moved our services to the Sipular Baptist Church and ran a shuttle for those who wanted to attend from the apartment. All went well for the first 2 Sundays, but then we got the bad news that the room was not finished and we would not be able to use the room until the 3rd Sunday of March. Finally, after moving the services for 3 Sundays, we were able to return to our normal meeting place at the apartment, albeit without air conditioning. However, we were pleased to have our services back at the apartment, and we were looking forward to having a much more accommodating venue. However, it was not to be, as the coronavirus spread rapidly in Jakarta with rising deaths and the shutting down of all public activity. So what are we going to do? We have started both our Indonesian and English services online. We are learning how to use the media to have effective online services. I've started a study through the Gospel of Mark that I sent out via WhatsApp. As we move on into April and probably May, we will continue to develop other means to maintain the ministry of Simply Jesus Baptist Church. The ministry must go on. And the ministry of Simply Jesus continues. We still took on a new missionary in February, and several of the believers continue to send in their missions offering. I do believe this is a great opportunity for our believers to learn how to grow in the grace and knowledge of Jesus Christ in all situations. My classes at the Bible school have also been canceled. I had hoped that I could get the students to continue some long-distance learning, but so far they have not been responsive to my various requests. My students all have secular jobs, so I realize that they are facing many challenges in their lives as well. Please do pray for these students. Our school in Batam also had to move to distance learning. So far, it has been successful. However, we are facing 2 major challenges in developing Grace Baptist School right now. First, the requirements to not have public gatherings has severely hampered our promotional efforts to enroll new students for the coming 2020-2021 school year. As our budget for the 2020-2021 school year depends on new student enrollment, the school faces a financial shortfall in paying the regular running expenses of the school. Secondly, the growth of the capital fund has basically ground to a halt with the financial stress that has come with the coronavirus. Janice and I are giving, but basically the other donors have stopped due to the uncertainty of the financial situation. Pray that the Lord will provide the funds to complete the grade school building before the next school year. Janice and I traveled to Bandung, West Java, for our National Fellowship of Independent Baptists in the month of January. We had a good meeting with good speakers. We also enjoy the time we have with our fellow workers here in Indonesia. In February, Janice and I attended the World Missions Conference at Bethany Baptist Church, Makati in the Philippines. It is always a joy to be at Bethany's Missions Conference. During the conference, the Asian Baptist Clearinghouse approved 20 new missionaries. It was a joy to hear these missionaries' testimonies and collect their prayer cards. It is our desire that Simply Jesus Baptist Church can also have a part in supporting some of these new missionaries. On the personal front, Janice and I are both healthy. Janice continues to keep us healthy and with all sorts of herbal and natural cures. We do want to thank you for those of you that have reached out to us concerning our situation here in Jakarta. We know that many of you folks are struggling with the various problems that have been brought on by the coronavirus. We are praying for you, and we truly appreciate your prayers and financial support during this time. In Christ, Tom and Janice Crawford, your missionaries to Jakarta, Indonesia. Now, if you have the time to take a couple of minutes and pray for the Crawfords, I'm sure that they would appreciate that, for the church, Simply Jesus Baptist Church, and for their school, and for their other ministries to reach people in Jakarta, Indonesia. Thank you, and have a wonderful evening.